Hi everybody, this is Matt from Matt Run Try. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Stryd Footpod. I'm going to do a short review of it and I hope that you enjoy it. So, before I talk about the Stryd, a little bit about myself. I'm a runner and triathlete. I've been running competitively for about 15 years and since doing triathlon for 10 of those years and having a power meter on my bike, I was really excited to see that now there's a running Footpod. And so I've been using it for about 3 years, and so I've got quite a lot of experience with it. So first of all, I want to tell you about the benefits of using Stryd. The biggest benefit, I think, is that if you use it properly, it will improve your performance. Not only that, touch wood, I haven't been injured in the last 3 years. I suffer a lot less with aches and pains because I can control the intensity of my runs much better using power than I could with pace in the past. Another benefit is that it's robust. I started looking into buying a Stryd when my second Garmin Footpod got flooded in a rainstorm here in Czech Republic, and I've now upgraded to the wind version of the Stryd, and I'm really pleased with it. I've not had any problems so far. And the other thing which is great about the Stryd is it's easy to use. You just clip it on your shoe and you can go for a run. You don't have to calibrate it. I know some people do, but I've never had any problems with calibration on mine either. Okay, now what do I think that you're going to learn as a runner, or what do I think you're going to learn about running? I think that the first thing that I found, and that a lot of runners find, is that they're running their easy runs too hard. It might sound funny, but when you've got your easy run, we tend to go harder than we should. But with your Stryd, you'll soon realise that what you thought was easy before is not as easy as it could and maybe should be. Okay. Another thing that I learned was that I was running my intervals too hard at the beginning, and then maybe not being able to finish them at the same intensity as I started, or also overdoing it and getting pains in my muscles. And another thing that you'll learn with the new version of the Stryd anyway is about controlling your effort on hills and in the wind. Very often we'll run too hard when we get into a hill, and again we're using much more energy than we need to, and we'll be too tired to finish to the best of our ability. Okay, so I've already talked about some of the benefits of having a Stryd. So what are some of the other advantages for you as a runner? So I've already said that I think that you'll improve from this objective power number. You'll also be able to learn more about your strengths and weaknesses, and you'll be able to compare yourself to other runners who are doing similar training plans to you or running similar distances to you via the Stryd Power Center, which is free. And you can generate also a power duration curve, and again this will help you see where your strengths and weaknesses are as a runner now, and what areas you might want to work on in the future. Show how easily and objectively you can assess your progress, which is another massive pro of having these power meters. These three pictures, they come from Final Surge. They're all from the same run. If that's not clear enough, I'd like you to guess which one's the power one. have a look at the chart, which you might have guessed it also in final straight away. It's the one see that on the left. Average pace. The one on the right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intervals. Ranges from 3:37 a kilometre pro is all the way to the slowest one, great support network, which isn't really telling me much at all. There's the Stryd community on Facebook. You can see in the middle email heart rate didn't change very much during and after the intervals, but my power very good comparison is very constant. 303, 306, 35, 306, 305. So I was able to keep all of my power into within 1%. There's probably target, which was 300, two major cons, 300 to 300, and a third one, which is the expense. This shows how. So you could say that paying €230 for a Footpod is a lot of money. But when you think power. That I bought two Garmin Footpods for £130, then we're not looking at that much difference for the build quality and also for the amount of information that you get. It's so much better. It's so much better than having a normal Footpod. Okay. Now then, the other cons are that it can be really difficult to change your habits if you're used to running by pace or running by heart rate. I know it's for some people it's difficult to let go of these other metrics. For me, it was very difficult to not to think about my pace at the beginning. And now I have the new Stryd. It's getting better. It's easier because I can see how much of my effort was into the wind, how much of my effort was up the hill, and this makes me feel much better about it. Adding to that, the fact that in the 3 years that I've had my Stryd, I've managed to improve my half marathon triathlon time, my marathon triathlon time, my sprint distance triathlon run time, and my Olympic triathlon run time. That was all in one season. I managed to do this using my power meter in races. Okay. Now then, so when I'm talking about it being difficult to change habits, there's also a lot to learn. And you'll need to be reading, looking at web pages, finding out all that you can. Okay. Now, so bearing in mind these cons, Stryd's probably not for you if you're already happy with using heart rate or pace to measure your performance, or if you're not interested in trying to learn more about how to use power for running. Remember, it's just a tool. It's not a magic spell. Okay. Now, I know I've put in a few pros while talking about the cons. I couldn't really help it. I'm really keen on my Stryd. I've decided to put together an offer for you. So to help you overcome the cons, if you buy a Stryd power meter through the link to this video or the link on my webpage, then I'm happy to give you a free consultation or a 3 months training to help you get used to your Stryd and to help you get used to the basic interpretation of your data. Okay, does that sound like a good deal? Whatever you decide, whether you decide to get a Stryd or not, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Bye.